What up, nerds? My name is Leslie Smith. Welcome to the Nerdy Narrative, a channel where I like to talk about all sorts of fun bookish related things in the science fiction, fantasy, horror, and manga genres. So today I'm going to do a little spoiler-free review for one of the books that is involved with my October giveaway, which is Scratches by Joshua Marsella. Okay, so why did I choose Scratches by Joshua Marsella? Well, the answer to that is probably going to be the same answer for every book that I read this month, and it's because I saw a review by Brad Proctor. Brad is just my go-to channel for horror recommendations. I'm gonna have him linked in the description box down below. If horror is a go-to genre for you, Brad is definitely a channel worth checking out. When I first sat down with Scratches to begin reading it, I had a few issues with it. It just had some weird sentence structuring, but the funny thing is either the author figured it out later on or the book was just too damn good for me to notice, because all of a sudden a couple chapters in and this book snapped. I was in it. I binged it in one reading. It is on the shorter kind of novella side of things, which makes it easy to binge read, but there was no putting it down. It was everything I was looking for a good spooky October read. It just had the characteristics for the scary movies I loved as a child in the 80s and early 90s. It delivered on all of those vibes. But we'll get to the story in just a moment. Let's talk about those issues that I had in the beginning with the sentence structuring. As I was reading Scratches, because Brad Proctor recommended it to me, I was talking to him about it and I mentioned my issue about the sentence structure, and he was like, Joshua Marsella actually read and took to heart what the reviewers said about the editing. He took his initial sales that he made from Scratches and has sent the book off to go through another round of professional editing and will be releasing a second edition. That is hugely commendable. It's so nice to know that when we take the time to purchase, read, and write a review about a book, that the author listens. It's just nice to come across an author who appreciates the investment that we as reviewers and consumers are making. So what made this book so good? Well, like every good ghost story, it came from something in the author's life that was real. I'm gonna stick a picture here that Joshua Marsella put on Instagram yesterday of the house that he actually lived in that inspired the story, and it's actually next to a cemetery. To me, that just really augmented the story and made it that much better. Because you know how it is, whenever you told ghost stories as a child or teenager, you always have that tone of voice and you lean in, and it always starts with a grain of truth. I'm going to give you the most bare bones premise that I can because I'm just a huge fan of going into books as blindly as possible. But this one begins like every good ghost story does, and that is a mother and her teenage son moving into the home of her father, who recently died a violent death. And I don't say that to make it sound like every other ghost story on the block. It's not. The backstory of one of the characters was equally terrifying, and also I wanted to know more. And my day was made because when I was talking to the author about Scratches, he is writing a prequel about that character, and I cannot wait. I'm trying not to hassle him too much for it. He did say it should be ready this year. I will drop everything to read that one as soon as it comes out. That's how intrigued I am by the backstory of what's going on here. Right now, Scratches is tied for my #1 favorite read of the month, but I haven't finished the other one yet to see who might edge out who. This book was everything that I look for in a good scary story. I can't recommend it enough. I absolutely loved it. If you're a reader who is on the more analytical side of things, I would caution you to wait for the second edition. I don't want that to ruin your reading experience for the story, because the story is amazing. And like I said, I honestly can't tell you if those problems actually persisted throughout the book or if the author got it figured out. I can't tell you because the story was so good. I didn't notice anything except the words on the page and the turn of the page. That's all I was focused on, was seeing what was about to happen next. Currently on Goodreads, Scratches has 66 ratings with an average star rating of 4.06. I gave it a solid 4 stars. I loved it so much. I will definitely purchase the second edition when it comes out. I am definitely going to be keeping my eye on Joshua Marsella's socials for any mention of the prequel, its status, when it's coming out, or if he has any art, because I gotta know. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this little review. I really hope you pick it up and give it a chance. I think you would love it if you love those classic good ghost story vibes. If you have read it, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to discuss my thoughts with you. I would also love to talk about theories for what may be involved in the prequel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day.